gold medalist Jesse Owens once said, "We all have dreams, but in order to make our dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort." I believe that if anyone wants to be able to accomplish anything, they must have all of these qualities and be committed to their task and believe in themselves. Many people say they're going to achieve something, but then a few weeks later, or even a couple of days later, their task is too daunting to complete. They lose confidence in themselves and are unable to continue on with their task. A half marathon can be a very daunting task, especially for someone who hasn't ran since high school. I made the decision to run my first half marathon during my junior year of college. I ran cross country in high school and wanted to see if I could be up for the challenge, but I had only ran 6 miles at one time. Many of my friends in college had ran half marathons and told me it was an awesome experience. So I convinced my boyfriend to run with me so I would have somebody to train with and keep me motivated. I wanted to prove to my family and friends that I could take on the challenge of running 13.1 miles. I trained for 4 months leading up to the half marathon. Some of the days I trained reached up to 90 degrees. Sweat dripped down my face as I pushed myself to run another mile. Other days my mind was not as willing to push my body to run an extra mile. For instance, over Labor Day weekend, one of my friends had people over for a small getaway. One of the days that I was there, I was supposed to run 8 miles, but I wasn't in the mood to run on a hot day when I could have been out on the lake with my friends. My boyfriend had to convince me that this is what I signed up for. Although the run was long and my body was tired and sweaty, I was proud of myself for being able to push through the negativity that my mind had over my body. After the run was over, I felt amazing and ran into the lake behind my friend's cabin. The cold water felt great against my hot skin, and all my friends were very impressed that I was able to run 8 miles. But I knew there was much more to come before I was ready for the race. I suffered from pain in my knee due to all of the training, and on a couple of occasions was close to using that as an excuse to give up on my training, but I powered through. I thought about how if I quit now, I would have lost confidence in myself and my ability to overcome tough times. I imagined what my family and friends would think of me if I gave up on myself and thought that they too may give up on me. I knew that I could overcome the challenges I faced and wanted to prove to myself and to others that I could accomplish anything that I set my mind to. The night before my half marathon was nerve-wracking, but also exciting. The Omaha Marathon provided a spaghetti dinner for their racers and their families the night before the race. My boyfriend and I went to the dinner and enjoyed a wonderful carb-loaded meal that would hopefully give me enough energy for the next day's race. September 23rd, 2012 had finally come. I was exhausted from the lack of sleep that I had gotten the night before. I had woken up several times during the night, afraid that I was going to miss the start of the race. I would jolt awake, sweaty and panicked, but was relieved when I saw the time of the clock. I woke up at 5 a.m. and ate protein and carb-filled breakfast. I packed my bag with all of my essentials for the race, and I went over and picked up my boyfriend at his house. As we walked out of our cars towards the race, it had finally set in, and that approximately 30 minutes, I would begin the race that I'd been preparing for tirelessly for 4 months. It was a chilly fall morning, but my body couldn't feel any of it. The nerves I felt before the race kept my mind off of the cold. When the gun fired with a loud boom, the crowd began moving forward, and the time for nerves was long gone. My mind was focused on the task at hand. The race was euphoric. I had never been happier working out in my entire life. The amount of people who were gathered to cheer on the racers was mind-boggling. I was smiling throughout the entire race due to the endorphins my body was producing and the fact that I was able to come so far in my training and in the race. I was able to push myself to keep running until the very end, and when we saw the finish line, my boyfriend and I raced towards the end. In the end, I say that I beat him, but he disagrees and says that he won. But whoever won that day doesn't really matter to me. What matters is the confidence that I gained in myself and a feeling of pride after I accomplished my first half marathon. I had doubted myself several times throughout my training leading up to the race. The support of my friends and family helped me accomplish my goals. And after the race, I feel confident that I can accomplish anything I put my mind to with the support of family and friends and the ability to overcome both physically and mental difficulties. In conclusion, deciding to do a task can be a simple thing. Anyone can decide to run a half marathon, but what is challenging is sticking with the training and never giving up on yourself or your ability to do anything. In order to accomplish a task, one must set their mind to it and have the strength within to continue on until their task is complete. The support of a family member or a friend can make the world of a difference, especially when you are losing confidence in themselves. Always remember that you can do anything as long as you set your mind to it and you have confidence.